It's been less than 2 weeks since Nicole Kidman officially filed for divorce from KeithUrban, ending a 19-year marriage that once defined Hollywood's idea of true love. And now, for the first time since the news broke, Nicole is opening up about what it really feels like to rebuild yourself when life suddenly falls apart. In a heartfelt interview with Harper's Bazaar published on October 9th, Nicole shared that one of the unexpected gifts of growing older is strength, the kind that only comes from surviving heartbreak. She said, "The best part is the experiences that you've accumulated. You start to realize, oh, I've been here before. I actually know how to handle this now. And even if I haven't faced this exact moment, I've been through something close enough to know I'll get through it." The practical magic star went on to reflect on resilience, adding, "There's comfort in knowing that no matter how painful, how difficult, or how devastating something feels, there's always a way through." Now picture this: Nicole Kidman and KeithUrban, Hollywood's golden couple, dazzling on the red carpet. Their smiles lighting up the cameras, their hands intertwined like a perfect love story. To the world, they were the definition of forever. But behind those flawless smiles, something fragile had been quietly breaking for years. He was the country music icon who once sang about eternal love. She was the Oscar-winning actress who built her life around that same belief. Yet somewhere between sold-out tours, late-night film sets, and the constant pull of fame, the magic began to fade. And when Keith himself described their marriage as a job, fans instantly knew something wasn't right. This wasn't just another celebrity breakup headline. It was the slow, heartbreaking unraveling of a love story millions had believed in. So buckle up, because the truth behind Nicole Kidman and KeithUrban's split runs deeper than anyone ever imagined. It all started nearly 2 decades ago in 2005 at the glittering Gay USA Gala. It was the night where Hollywood met Australia. The glamorous Gay USA Gala, a celebration where stars mingled, smiled for cameras, and pretended not to fall in love. But that night, amid champagne glasses and flashing lights, something real began. Nicole Kidman, the Oscar-winning actress still piecing herself together after a very public heartbreak, and KeithUrban, the down-to-earth country boy with that soft Australian drawl, charm that could melt walls, and a quiet fire in his eyes. They met, they smiled, they talked, and everyone around them could feel the spark. But then, silence. Days passed, then weeks. 4 entire months went by, and Keith never called. Nicole later admitted she assumed he simply wasn't interested. But the truth? Keith wasn't indifferent. He was terrified. Terrified of ruining something that felt too rare, too powerful, too soon. When he finally picked up the phone and dialed her number, it set off a chain of events that would change both of their lives forever. By 2006, the two were inseparable. Keith was flying across the world to visit her on film sets. Nicole was showing up at his concerts, watching from backstage with that unmistakable glow. The tabloids couldn't get enough, and neither could the fans. That June, under a sky lit by candles and soft whispers, Nicole Kidman and KeithUrban said "I do" in a breathtaking ceremony in Sydney. It wasn't the over-the-top Hollywood wedding everyone expected. It was small, sacred, and achingly romantic. Nicole walked down the aisle in delicate lace, while Keith, eyes glistening, held her hand as if he never wanted to let go. It was love, raw and real. Fans around the world swooned, calling them the real-life country love story, the Nashville cowboy and the Australian movie star who had somehow found home in each other's hearts. For years, their love looked untouchable. Every red carpet, hand in hand, every award show, secret smiles, gentle touches, and words that felt unscripted. In interviews, Keith would grin shyly and say, "I'm madly in love." Nicole would beam and call him "my everything." They made people believe in forever again. They made love look effortless, pure, like maybe, just maybe, Hollywood magic could last. But behind those perfect moments, something darker was beginning to stir. Just 4 months after their fairytale Sydney wedding, the shine began to fade. Nicole, still basking in the glow of being a newlywed, started noticing little changes. Keith wasn't the same. His warmth dimmed, his distance grew. And then, the truth hit. KeithUrban was struggling with substance abuse. It wasn't gossip. It wasn't exaggerated headlines. It was heartbreakingly real. Nicole was blindsided. After everything she'd endured, she had finally found her forever, only to realize the man she loved was silently battling his own demons. Most people might have turned away, but Nicole Kidman wasn't most people. Kidman made a decision, not to walk away, but to fight. Fight for the man she loved. Fight for the marriage she believed in. One evening, surrounded only by a few trusted friends and family members, Nicole did something that most newlyweds could never imagine doing, especially just months after saying, "I do." She staged an intervention. No flashing lights, no Hollywood gloss, no PR spin, just raw emotion. A wife begging her husband to choose life over the pain that was consuming him. And to Keith's credit, he listened. He took that step. He checked him perfect. From the outside, it looked like the happy ending everyone had hoped for. Nicole Kidman and KeithUrban, the couple who had weathered storms, defied the odds, and built a family, finally seemed to have it all. To the world, their love was steady, peaceful, perfect. But sometimes, the most beautiful stories don't end with heartbreak. They simply fade, quietly, behind closed doors. When the cameras stop rolling, when the smiles don't quite reach the eyes. For almost a decade, Nicole and Keith stood as proof that love could survive in Hollywood. That even in a world of fleeting romances, theirs was built to last. But by 2024, the cracks beneath that perfect picture began to show. Their red carpet appearances became rare. The warm, intimate interviews disappeared, and slowly they started living separate lives, just not on paper. Nicole was constantly on set, filming project after project across Europe. Keith was on the road, performing solo, flying from one city to another, his songs echoing with a quiet loneliness. No mention of home, no mention of her. Fans noticed the shift instantly. Fewer photos, fewer date nights. And when they did appear together, something was off. The smiles looked practiced, the chemistry dimmed. The spark that once lit up every frame now felt distant. Then came the whispers. Reports surfaced that Keith had set up a second home in Nashville, just a short drive from the one he shared with Nicole. Some claimed it was simply a creative space for music. Others said it was where he stayed when things got tense. Either way, the message was clear. Something had changed. And then, in a quiet, vulnerable interview with Entertainment Weekly, Nicole said words that made fans' hearts sink. She confessed softly, "You think you know where your life is beautiful." And then, there's her silence. Nicole Kidman, always graceful, always measured, hasn't said a word about Keith in months. Her last public comment about him was simple, heartfelt, and haunting in hindsight. She said, "He's my deep, deep love." Now, those words sound less like a declaration and more like a goodbye she didn't yet know she was saying. The couple who once shared their love with the world now speaks volumes by saying absolutely nothing at all. But beyond the headlines, the speculation, and the whispers, there's something everyone forgets. The human side. 19 years, 2 daughters, countless flights, late nights, red carpets, and long stretches apart. It's easy to romanticize fame, but the truth is, distance, pressure, and time can chip away even at the strongest foundation. They beat the odds for nearly 2 decades. But sometimes, even the deepest love can't outrun life's quiet changes. What Nicole and Keith built was real. And now, instead of fighting for the image of love, they're quietly protecting what truly matters: their family. Sources say both are now focused entirely on their daughters, choosing to co-parent privately, far from the noise of Hollywood. No drama, no spectacle, just two parents doing their best to keep the peace. Nicole was recently spotted at Paris Fashion Week, walking hand in hand with her girls. No sadness, no tension, just calm, the kind that comes when one chapter ends and another begins. Because not all love stories end with a fight. Sometimes they simply soften, they fade, and they turn into gratitude for what once was. When fans finally realized what was happening, the internet exploded. Some applauded Keith's quiet honesty, saying it takes strength to walk away without bitterness. Others argued that Nicole deserved more clarity, more closure, more respect, after everything she had stood by him through. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds of emotion. One fan wrote, "He looked done months ago." Another replied, "Maybe they're just protecting their kids." And honestly, both could be true. The timing only fueled the speculation. Keith's detached interviews, Nicole's solo appearances, and those rumors of separate homes all lining up just a little too perfectly. Many fans now believe the split happened quietly, long before the rest of the world caught on. But what's striking this time is the tone. Not cruel, not gossipy, just nostalgic. Because for nearly 20 years, KeithUrban and Nicole Kidman made people believe in forever. And now that belief feels a little cracked. Sometimes love doesn't end with betrayal, it ends with silence. Keith never made a statement. He never confirmed a thing. He simply stopped defending the story. And somehow, that silence said everything. It was real. It was over. So, what do you think? Was Keith's silence a sign of respect or regret? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Welcome to Hot Expose. Stay updated with the latest celebrity news, exclusive stories, and trending moments from around the world. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this channel with your friends. Your support keeps us growing.